welcome to the Say Yes to What's Next podcast, where embracing change can ignite a world of possibilities. Hey now, I'm your host, Elise Ancel, and welcome back to this week's episode. Be patient with yourself. You're becoming. Ever find yourself replaying certain chapters in your life? The ones that felt more like uphill battles than smooth rides? Those moments where it seemed like life itself was determined to knock you off course? I've been reflecting on those seasons lately. You know, the ones that seem like they could break you. But here's the thing, they don't define you unless you let them. It's easy to feel stuck in the pain or regret, but there's so much more waiting on the other side if we choose to see it. As I think back on those tougher chapters in my life, I've realized something important. They didn't take me out. They tried, but they didn't succeed, and I won't let them hold me hostage either. Not to regret, not to bitterness, and definitely not to forfeiting my next opportunity. There were times I wish I could rip out those pages, moments when life's pressures seemed to strip away my options, or worse, my will to live the life God intended for me. But as hard as those moments were, they've shaped me into who I am today. And here's the beauty of it. I'm still becoming, reflecting and becoming. It's a cycle I've come to embrace. It helps me to grow, redirect, and course correct when necessary. We all have those stories. Maybe for you, it's a child who's had their fair share of run-ins with the law. Maybe it's a difficult season in your marriage or a loved one battling addiction. Maybe it's just a struggle to keep your head above water financially. Whatever your story is, I want to first say this. I see you. I pray for your strength. And I encourage you to take another look at how those moments have shaped you, not just in pain, but in purpose. The truth is, it's easy to convince ourselves that life would be better if we hadn't gone through certain hardships. But let's be honest, if it hadn't been that challenge, it would have been another. And thinking others have had an easier road is a trap. Most of us don't see the battles others are fighting behind the scenes. Instead of focusing on what felt unfair or impossible, we can choose to see how surviving those moments has made us stronger. It's not about the speed at which we move forward. It's about simply moving forward. It's about appreciating the cards we've been dealt and using those lessons to make the most of the new hand life deals us. Despite the hand I've been dealt, I've decided to live a life of no regrets. I'll course correct when needed, but I won't let those less than perfect moments rob me of joy or growth. I'm resilient like that. It's just in me to rise, to rebuild, and to begin again. And that's in you too. So take a moment today to reflect, to recognize the strength you've gained, and to remind yourself you're still here, still becoming, and still equipped to rise again. Think about it. What's one chapter in your life that felt like it could have taken you out, but instead it became a lesson or a stepping stone? Maybe it didn't feel that way at first, but looking back, how has it shaped the person you've become? Let's take a moment to ask ourselves, are we holding on to regret or resentment about those moments? Or are we letting them fuel our growth? Are we stuck wishing things had been different? Or can we see the strength and resilience those chapters helped us build? And here's a big one. How can we use what we've been through to move forward with purpose? Life might deal us a new hand, but are we using the wisdom we've gained from the old one to play it well? As you reflect, remind yourself it's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about rising again, choosing joy, and stepping boldly into what's next. As we wrap up this episode, remember, life is full of twists, turns, and chapters we never saw coming. But those moments, as difficult as they may be, don't have to define us. They can refine us. When we choose to reflect, learn, and keep moving forward, we're not just surviving. We are becoming stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what's ahead. So no matter what hand life has dealt you, Know this: you do have the power to rise, rebuild, and embrace what's next. You are resilient, and every step you take forward, no matter how small, is indeed a victory. Keep becoming, keep course correcting, and remember that the best chapters of your story are still being written. Until the next time. Thanks for joining me today. Stay tuned, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Say Yes to What's Next. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Until the next time.